Hello and welcome to our next video about economics versus the environment. We're looking at areas of conflict, and today we're going to look at control of technologies that could reduce the problem. So imagine that someone finds a technological process that will make a big change. Say, for example, they discover a way to make fertilizer from plastic bottles, which is a made-up example. What do you think would happen? Here are a few thoughts. Thought number one, they would carefully control who could use it so that they could make a huge amount of money from it. This means it would not be available to most people who could not afford the very high price. This is what already happens with some anti-AIDS and anti-cancer drugs. Thought number two, what would happen if it was discovered in, for example, Thailand? And the Thai company would only sell to whoever would pay the highest price. Maybe a strong country like China might invade Thailand just to get the secret. Or number three, this is the good one. It could be made easily and cheaply available to everyone. So these are all possibilities. For one and two, it's likely that the inventor or a small number of people would keep the knowledge secret for as long as possible so that they could make as much money as possible. There is a conflict. There is a choice between what is good for everyone and also the planet, which was thought number three, or what is good for the business that discovers the solution to make its owners rich, which is thought number one, or what is good for one country, which was China in thought number two. Ask yourself, who gets to make that choice? Is it the United Nations or an international organization like that? Or is it the owner, the business who discovered it? Or is it the country where it was discovered? There is no 100% sure answer to these questions. You can see from some of the earlier issues discussed in this course that some people would see sharing as destroying the owner's rights, and that it is not the role of governments or international organizations to make the choice. For example, imagine that the Burmese government had to make a choice about something for the Karen people. You would feel that is not fair. The Karen people should make decisions about what happens to them. The UN has to make a decision about something for the Thai people. Like the Karen people, the Thai people would want to make their own decision about what happens to them. Countries don't like giving up their right to make decisions to the United Nations. Sharing the things they invent means taking away the owner's rights to do what they want with the thing they invented. It usually means they cannot make as much money from their invention. Some people say, if you do that, people and businesses will stop trying to find new things because they don't make much money from it. Then the whole world will be in a worse situation because the invention never exists. Imagine this situation. COVID starts to be a big problem in the world. AstraZeneca invents a vaccine to stop it. The UN takes all the vaccine it makes and shares it out to different countries. This is a much fairer system than AstraZeneca selling it to the countries that will pay the most. But then a new variant appears that resists the vaccine. The UN asks AstraZeneca to find a new vaccine. AstraZeneca says, we're a business. Our job is to make money for our investors. You took the old vaccine from us for a low price and shared it. We didn't make much money. We're not falling for that trick again. We'll research something else that we can make money from. The result is there's no new vaccine, and the new variant becomes a big problem. So we have a conflict between the fairest answer and the answer that makes sure we can get new vaccines in the future if we need them. How did we solve this problem? The vaccine makers were allowed to sell where they liked. Countries competed to get vaccine supplies, and that kept the price high. The rich countries donated vaccines to be shared among the poor countries. This answer didn't work well. The poor countries did not get enough vaccine. In most of Africa, the vaccination rate was about 2%, so the system wasn't fair. Rich countries donating vaccines to poor countries looks good, but they didn't donate enough to get the job done. Rich countries vaccinated younger and younger age groups. Many countries vaccinated children as young as 12. In other words, they used the vaccine supply to vaccinate low-risk groups when high-risk groups were not vaccinated in many poor countries. They chose not to share. This answer is not even good for the rich countries. Almost every country vaccinated the high-risk groups, like people over 60 or who have big health problems first. That's logical. It should reduce the number of cases quicker than sharing equally to all age groups or healthy and unhealthy people. This is the way Thailand did it. It also vaccinated anyone, whether they were Thai citizens or not, and even if they had ID or not. If they didn't do that, there would have been groups of refugees or migrant workers who never got vaccinated. So they would get COVID, and then it would spread to the rest of the population. This is a very logical way to do it. And when it comes to the whole world, the same logic applies. If there are countries in Africa who get a lot of COVID, it will spread to the whole world population, including rich countries like the USA. For the USA, it would make them safer if they stopped vaccinating 12 to 20-year-olds and gave the vaccines to poor countries. But that is not what's happening. But vaccine makers are happy to try to find new and better vaccines. So, conclusion. We can say that in the case of COVID vaccines, the balance between sharing and allowing the inventors to make a lot of money has been decided, and they are giving the inventors a lot of money. The inventors are happy to continue looking for better vaccines because they will make more money and keep their investors happy. The rich countries make a lot of noise about sharing, but the amount they share is very small. This balance is not the best way to beat COVID, even for US citizens. And this is the end, my friend. See you again next time.